Something incredible has just been found beneath Oak Island, and it could be the missing piece of a mystery that's gripped the world for over 200 years. This isn't just another rumor or false alarm. It's real, and it might finally prove that the treasure people have searched for, losing fortunes, friendships, and even their minds along the way, actually exists. At the heart of this new discovery is a hidden chamber, but it's more than just a hole in the ground. It's the start of something far bigger than anyone ever expected. Oak Island may have just fired a warning shot. The legend could be true. After centuries of digging, guessing, and hitting dead ends, something solid has finally come to light. It's well built, it's clearly man-made, and it changes everything. For the Lagina brothers, who've spent years chasing shadows, this isn't another failed dig or a soggy tunnel that leads nowhere. This time, it's different. They've found a tunnel, real, untouched, and very old. But here's the kicker. This tunnel seems to go somewhere. It's not just a random hole. It has a direction, a purpose, and it might be guarding something beyond what anyone ever imagined. What makes this find so special isn't just what it is, but how it was found. For years, people have attacked the island with shovels, drills, and dreams. This time, it was science. Ground-penetrating radar didn't just suggest something was down there, it showed it clearly. A man-made tunnel, deep underground, perfectly preserved. The first scans revealed sharp edges and straight lines, something nature doesn't do by accident. This isn't a root system or a lucky guess. Someone built this long ago with intention. And now we wait to see where it leads. For the first time in years, Oak Island seems to be showing the way. Rick and Marty Lagina have uncovered all sorts of things over the years. Old coins, wooden platforms, even Spanish silver. But this new discovery feels different. It has them both on edge. After so many years of digging and hitting dead ends, they've learned to be careful with their hopes. But this tunnel? It sparked something in them. Rick sees a bigger picture forming, a mental map where every strange find now connects like puzzle pieces. Marty, always the practical one, is focused on the tunnel itself, the sturdy wooden supports, the carefully stacked stones. Whoever built this wasn't hiding trash. They were guarding something important. And that's what's getting everyone talking. This tunnel wasn't created by chance. It was made on purpose, with skill, with care, and then hidden away. Let's rewind to the beginning. Back in 1795, a group of teenagers on Oak Island stumbled across a mysterious dip in the ground. They started digging and found layers of timber, strange tools, even coconut fiber. It felt like a trap. Ever since, people have asked the same question. Was something buried here? Or were they being warned to stay away? Since then, dozens of teams have come to the island, trying to solve its mystery. Some found bits of treasure. Some uncovered signs of ancient engineering that didn't match the tools of the time. But no one ever found the chamber. Not like this. Now, over 200 years later, the island might finally be answering back. The new tunnel was found near the eastern edge of the swamp, an area many others had ignored. But the Laginas never believed in dismissing anything. They've long suspected that the whole island might be a maze, designed to throw people off the trail. And this tunnel? It's not a lucky find. It was uncovered using advanced technology. Radar scans gave them a clear image, like a blueprint beneath the ground. Then came the drilling, carefully done from above to avoid collapse. When they finally lowered a camera into the space, what they saw was stunning. Strong stone walls, wooden beams, and everything dry and untouched. The tunnel wasn't just old, it was preserved like someone meant for it to be found. If this discovery had happened 50 years ago, people might have called it a hoax. But today's technology doesn't lie, and what it's revealing could change everything we thought we knew about Oak Island. This isn't just a story about a tunnel, it's about what might be waiting at the end of it. There are plenty of rumors swirling around, old legends, secret maps, and tales involving the Knights Templar, the Freemasons, and mysterious secret societies. People whisper about the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, and ancient books hidden to protect powerful knowledge. Sound like a movie plot? Maybe. But Oak Island has always lived in that fascinating space between fact and myth. And now it seems the clues are finally starting to add up. Experts think the tunnel could lead to more than just an empty hole. It might connect to a hidden chamber. Not just any chamber, but a sealed, reinforced vault that's been untouched for hundreds of years. It could be filled with treasures, gold, jewels, ancient scrolls, or maybe just one item so valuable that someone went to great lengths to hide it, digging deep and building traps to keep it safe. And here's where it gets really interesting. This tunnel wasn't just dug, it was carefully designed. Scans show it has curves, corners, and maybe even hidden trapdoors. It's not just built for protection, it's meant to confuse. Like the famous flood traps that have ruined past digs, this one could be just as clever. That makes things riskier. The team knows it. Every step forward could bring the tunnel down. One wrong move could destroy priceless evidence or trigger a flood that washes it all away. What started as a single tunnel has now revealed something much bigger. It's not just one path, it's a network. Radar and cameras show other branches shooting off in different directions, some sloping down, some twisting like a maze. This isn't random, it's a buried system, a man-made network that someone spent a lot of time and effort to build. Rick and Marty Lagina weren't the first to suspect something big was hidden underground on Oak Island. But until now, it was just a theory. Many thought it was wishful thinking or pure fantasy. Not anymore. As they map out this new tunnel, strange patterns keep showing up. Paths running side by side, sharp corners, repeated measurements. These don't look natural. They look like blueprints. And more importantly, they look like someone built them to hide something, not just to get somewhere. That's when the old theory comes back, the Knights Templar. For years, people have believed that Oak Island is connected to this legendary group, a secretive order said to have escaped persecution while carrying a treasure beyond imagination. Some historical clues even suggest they crossed the Atlantic. Ancient maps, hidden codes, and French artifacts have all pointed toward one place, Nova Scotia. Some laugh it off, others remain unsure. But now, with the discovery of a carefully built tunnel system deep underground, people are starting to take the theory seriously. The layout of the tunnels is no accident. It looks a lot like the defensive designs from medieval times. Underground vaults, built-in traps, and multiple ways in and out, designed to hide or protect something, or someone. This wasn't a shortcut. It was a stronghold. Meanwhile, above ground, things get even stranger. Near the island's swampy shoreline, metal-detecting expert Gary Drayton's equipment starts going off. He digs up two old coins, British, from the 1600s or 1700s. One is clearly marked, 1771. They were buried deep under rock and iron, far from where you'd expect them. Just a coincidence? Unlikely. Coins that old don't end up buried like that by accident. That's the thing about Oak Island. It never plays by the rules. Every clue adds another piece to the puzzle. Each discovery leans harder into the legend. Those coins tell a story. Someone was here. Someone with a purpose. Maybe they were hiding something. Maybe they left a sign, hoping it would be found one day. And maybe that day is now. Drayton and the team carefully collect and catalog every find. Not to keep, but to connect the dots. They're uncovering more than coins. Buttons from old military uniforms, strange wheels that might be centuries-old tunnel equipment. The dates match. The evidence adds up. Someone was definitely here before. Someone dug these tunnels long ago, and someone went to great lengths to cover their tracks. Then the biggest breakthrough hits. Just a week after finding the tunnel's entrance, new sonar scans reveal something startling. A void, about 20 feet beyond where they've dug so far. It's oval-shaped, empty, but almost perfect in shape. Not a random hole, something built, a chamber. Now it's not just theory. The chamber could be real, and the tunnel might really be leading there. But reaching it won't be easy. Oak Island's ground is famously unstable. Over the years, digging efforts have triggered collapses, floods, even total disasters. From the very beginning, people have warned about booby traps, hidden shafts that suddenly fill pits with seawater, ending any chance of discovery. Some still say those stories are just legends. Others know better. Because on Oak Island, the past doesn't just hide, it fights back. Time is running out for the Laginas. If they wait too long, the ground might shift and ruin everything. But if they rush, they could lose it all. It's a delicate game. Like playing chess, only every move could cost them years of work. And the board is buried underground, so they change their approach. No more digging with heavy machines. Now, they're going high-tech, using tiny cameras, remote sensors, and magnetic scanners to read the Earth. It's not just about treasure anymore. They're decoding the island like it's a hidden message. And what they find? It changes everything. Near the swamp, they discover something strange, a stone path laid deep in the mud. It looks like an old road. Some say it formed naturally. Others believe people built it. But then comes the twist. Gary and Dr. Spooner pick up iron signals buried just under the path. That's when an old theory comes back to life. The trapdoor theory. You don't build something this complex unless you're protecting something valuable. But maybe it's more than protection. Maybe it's a challenge, designed to make people fail. As they uncover more underground structures, it stops looking like a tunnel and starts to look like a maze. Tight spaces, sharp drops, hidden pressure points. It feels like a giant puzzle built to mislead or even collapse on intruders. And here's where it gets really wild. Some people believe there's a fake floor buried under Oak Island. One wrong move, digging in the wrong place, stepping in the wrong spot, and everything falls apart. Not by accident, but by design. A trap so clever, it guards the island like a vault. Now, that might not just be a theory anymore. New scans show something strange underground. 2 layers of flooring where there should only be one. That's not natural. It's man-made. Above is something solid. Below, an uneven space that might be a hidden chamber or a trick. No one wants to risk it. So, the team halts, digging. Instead, they scan deeper. The results? Even more mysterious. Small pieces of metal, possibly hinges or supports, show up right where the floor might be. They're old, they're buried, and they're definitely not random. This discovery? It could change everything. If the trapdoor theory is true, then this structure was never meant to be opened. It was built to collapse. Not from age or weather, but on purpose. And maybe, just maybe, that design is doing exactly what it was meant to do. It wouldn't be the first time Oak Island seemed to fight back. Since the late 1700s, almost every serious dig has ended in disaster. Shafts caving in, sudden floods, artifacts disappearing without a trace. It's like the island is protecting something, or warning people to stay away. But now, science is finally catching up to the old legends. And what we're discovering suggests the stories might have been right all along. Above ground, things are getting tense. The weather in Nova Scotia is turning fast, and any heavy rain could make the dig site too dangerous, or even wipe it out completely. If that happens, they might never get another chance. So, the team decides to move forward, but only using tools that won't disturb the site. Enter the fiber optic camera. It's thin, flexible, and built to survive harsh conditions. The team guides it through a narrow drill hole, carefully snaking it into the side of the tunnel. What it captures is brief and shaky, but crystal clear. Wooden panels, cut by hand, fitted together with perfect precision. This isn't driftwood. It's not random debris. It's a wall, maybe even the entrance to a vault. Marty stares. Rick feels his heart pound. They know this could be the breakthrough they've waited years for. Skeptics have always said Oak Island is a psychological trap, a story that keeps people chasing ghosts. But the data says something else. This isn't just a dream. It's real, built, designed. And then things get even stranger. The camera catches something on the wood. Marks, not carved, not painted. Burned, symbols, circles, lines, woven shapes, faded, but still there. The team grabs images and sends them to experts. Early feedback? They might be European, possibly Templar, maybe even Masonic. That changes everything. This might not just be a vault. It could be a message, one that no one has fully decoded yet. Rick has always believed Oak Island's secret isn't just about treasure, it's about history. Who built it, why they built it, and when. He thinks the chamber could hold lost documents, ancient seals, maybe even sacred relics hidden centuries ago. Now, with carbon dating suggesting parts of the tunnel go back to the 1700s, or earlier, the mystery only deepens. And the fire to uncover the truth burns hotter than ever. But there's real danger here. If the team keeps digging without fully understanding how the traps work, they might set off the exact disaster they've spent years trying to avoid. One wrong move, and the whole tunnel could collapse. The chamber could flood. The evidence could be buried forever. And worse, someone could get hurt. So they stop and take a step back. All the sonar data is fed into advanced computer software. Engineers begin building a 3D model of the tunnel, mapping out every weak point, pressure zone, and potential trigger. And what they find is shocking. It's like the chamber is waking up. This isn't just a dig anymore. It feels like a final test. For more than 200 years, Oak Island has drawn in treasure hunters, believers, and doubters. Most walked away empty-handed. But now, with cutting-edge tools and a team that's learned from every mistake, something feels different. The island isn't just hinting at secrets, it's starting to show them. After weeks of analysis, checking and double-checking every signal and reading, the team decides to move, but carefully. They won't dig straight into the chamber. That's too risky. Instead, they'll create a second tunnel, running alongside it. It'll take longer and cost more, but it's the safest path. And so, the moment arrives. Drills fire up. The team digs slowly, layer by layer, revealing the past inch by inch. Wooden beams appear, untouched. Hand-stacked stones emerge, placed with care, not by nature. Then, nearly 80 feet down, they turn west, and hits something unexpected. It's not rock, it's not rubble, it's a wall. But not just any wall, it's smooth, too smooth. And it's made of granite, stone that doesn't come from this region. It's dotted with old, hand-forged iron rivets, spaced perfectly. This isn't random. This is built. This is proof. They've reached the outer wall of the chamber. And that's when everything changes. A soft vibration starts, barely noticeable at first, then growing stronger. One of the surface sensors goes silent. Another blinks. Pressure suddenly spikes along the southern edge of the dig zone. Everyone stops. The equipment flares with warnings. Something is shifting, under their feet, around them. And for the first time, the island doesn't just feel old. It feels alive. They halt the dig immediately. No one moves forward until they know what's happening. Experts rush in. Within hours, a new theory forms. By touching that wall, they may have triggered an ancient counterweight, a mechanism designed to respond, like a lock or a warning. But instead of chaos, what follows is silence, stillness, and then an opening. Part of the once solid wall begins to crumble. The old iron rivets, weakened by time, give way, pulling a section of the granite wall down with them. The team leans in. They don't go inside just yet. First, they send in the cameras. Long cables slide through the new opening. And what the camera shows leaves everyone stunned. The chamber is real, and it hasn't been touched in centuries. It's about 20 by 30 feet. The ceiling is curved like a dome, held up by thick wooden beams, blackened with age. Along the walls are alcoves, carefully carved, evenly spaced, each one holding something strange. No piles of gold, no treasure chests overflowing with coins. Instead, scroll tubes sealed with wax, wooden boxes wrapped in iron, and cloth bundles so old they crackle when the light hits them. And right in the center, a stone pedestal. On top of it sits a glass case, perfectly sealed. Inside, an old manuscript, too faded to read, too delicate to move, but clearly ancient. Next to it lies a metal object. It's detailed, artistic, maybe ceremonial. It looks like a cross, but not a Christian one. The design is older, different, maybe Phoenician, maybe North African. The meaning? Huge, possibly history-changing. Rick watches the screen, speechless. Marty paces, fists tight. Dr. Taylor begins documenting everything, quietly noting dates, cultures, timelines. And then someone asks the big question, what now? Because here's the thing. They did it. They found the chamber. They found what no one else has. But if they open it fully, the artifacts could crumble. The chamber could collapse. They could lose everything, or worse, trigger a hidden trap. So the team makes a bold decision. The secret chamber beneath Oak Island has finally been found. But is it a treasure vault? A time capsule? Or something more mysterious? And possibly dangerous? Something the world was never meant to find? What do you think they'll find next? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more discoveries.